What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So as a heads up, this video probably will stop on its own mid-story. I have a camera coming on the way. Also, I kicked the water to the curb just for a minute, and I bumped it up a notch. Pick up where I left off. Also, I gotta say, I really messed up. There's a blooper, a blunder, whatever you want to call it, in my last video. What am I talking about? I'm talking about when I said the homeboy that had San Ho on his stomach, he didn't want to put San Jose because he didn't want to put an S on his stomach. I said, yeah, he probably just wanted to tattoo an S on him, being a northerner, is what I said, my guess, my theory. And in my defense, it was just a guess, and I said that. But multiple people, many people got at me in the comment section and said, oh yeah, what about the S over here? And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, I knew about that one, of course. I meant he didn't want two S's on him, one here and one there. But the truth is, I forgot all about that one over here. I don't know how. I was focused over here. I was like, eh. So that theory, out the window. Wah. Out the window with that one. It was a guess. So the truth of the matter is, they just had to shorten them. San Jose becomes San Ho. Bakersfield becomes Bakers. San Bernardino becomes Purdue. And on and on. San Diego becomes Dago. They just shorten them. No. So, pick up where I left off. And you got that out of the way. Now, like I said, I was at Whitney Hall. B-side, I believe. It's backwards, like right, okay. When you go left, it should be A-B, but I believe it's B-A. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whitney, B-side, which is on the left, third tier. Surrounded by northerners. Across from me is a northerner. Across from Trouble and I is a northerner. It's a white northerner. He's always staring out his window, staring at us. Blank expression. Sometimes I would go to the window and look out, and he wouldn't be there. And I'd be like, this is cool. Like, I get the window for once. And I'd be looking around, and then I'd see him come out of nowhere. I'd be like, oh, man, let me get the window for a little while. Hold up. Anyway, we ended up moving, Trouble and I. But let me add this real quick. Several months later, after we got off lockdown, that northerner, the white northerner that was across, staring at my cell all the time, approached me one day. He goes, hey, what's up, Splinter? I didn't even know he knew my name. I didn't know his name. We'd never been introduced. He's like, hey, what's up, Splinter? I was like, huh? He goes, sure, the northerners are they educate themselves. So he's like, hey, handed me a big old chunk of heroin, $100 paper. It was fire, too. He goes, hey, man, that's what I'm working with. Just hit me up if you want any more. I thought that was pretty cool of him. What happened was me and Trouble got loaded on half that $100 paper and put the other half up for later. Trouble ended up getting worked out of it. And I'm going to make a video. It's a whole nother video for later. But it was some bullshit. The point is, though, the northerner came up, hooked me up with a chunk of heroin. I thought that was pretty cool. And he knew my name, too. That was kind of a trip. So, we end up getting moving from third tier, Whitney, B-side we'll call it, A-side, second tier. The reason why we got moved is because they did a shakedown one day. Two Woods, actually one skinhead from San Luis Obispo and a Wood from IE came in the chow hall and they're shaking us down and said, hey, we didn't have ample time to hide all our weapons. We're probably going to get caught with some knives, but they're not going to find this big-ass bone crusher, solid-ass knife we have in the mattress is made of wood. So if they come and gaffle us up, make sure you get two white boys into that cell. And that's what happened. They came and gaffled them up for the weapons they found. They moved me and Trouble into that cell so we could reclaim that piece, and it was still there. Big-ass wood knife. One of the best I've ever seen. Also, there was a dowel there. A big old dowel that someone had been using to change the channel with. And I can't believe I made it through the shakedown. The cops didn't take that. And I can't believe that the inmates in that cell before us didn't break it down and make knives out of it. Which is what Trouble and I did. So we're at the showers one day. This Wood lives across from us. He goes, hey man, I got to get my hands on a piece. So I go, I got one for you. And as soon as I said that, I could tell in his face, he's like, you didn't really want one. I think he was trying to act hard, like, yeah, I need to give me a piece, man. I was like, I got one. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, shoot it over. So I don't think I fully even want this. Motherfucker's trying to act hard. Let's shoot it to him anyway. Shoot it to him. A couple days later, he gets at us and tells us he lost it. Soledad has windows that open like this. Said he had it up in his window and somehow it fell. Now his cell was on the yard side, which means his cell faced the yard. So if he had that knife up in the window and it fell on the yard. There's no woods out there, so another race, someone else got one of our weapons. It was all bad.com. He's like, yeah, I lost it. It was my window. My bad, guys. He goes, hey, I'll break off 123 burpees to a wood pile. Like, burpees? 123? Dude, it's way past that. Losing a knife, especially on the yard? Dude, you can get the other half of his dowel stuck in your neck. Burpees? What the fuck? So we're reading this kite. Telling us how he lost the knife and how he's going to do burpees. Before we can even finish reading the kite, he's like, thank you, 123 for the wood pile. Thank you. I'm like, what? Before we could even finish reading the kite, you're already done with that 123? How in the hell? Or did you say 23? I'm going to do 23 burpees. Or did you say I'm going to do 2 or 3? I think that's what it was. Like, hey, dog, I'm going to do 2 or 3 burpees for the woodpile for losing that knife. Whoa, what in the fuck's going on here? He sounded off way too early. He faked the workout, faked the funk, didn't even do it, lost the knife. All bad. But we didn't front him off and tell on him. We just swept that under the rug. I know about faking workouts, though, because... Damn, I caught no. Faking workouts, I've done them. Especially in the hole. For me and Hot Rod celled up. He was a couple cells down. It'd be early in the morning. It'd be my off day. I get up, get a bird bath. I got some letters to write. I'm kicking it. He'd be like, excuse me on the tier. That's what you say in the hole. You don't just walk up there and start talking. You gotta say, excuse me on the tier. Splinter. And I go, yes, sir. And he goes, hey, homeboy, you want to break off 123 burpees? I'm like, yeah, dog, sounds cool. I had no intention of doing no fucking burpees. I just bird bath. Like, damn it. I'm like, yeah, homeboy, I'm down. It's okay, let me know when you're ready. I have no intention of doing that. I'm ready, brother. He goes, I'll get the soft count, you get the hard count. The soft count would be the 1, 2, 3, and the hard count would be the 10, 20, 30. I go, all right, brother, I got the hard count. I'm up here writing my letters, sitting down. I can hear him, 1, 2, 10. 20. Faking the fun like a motherfucker. Every once in a while you gotta throw in a, for good measure. 40. Later he'd shoot me a kite. You weren't even working out, were you, fool? Like, yeah, I was, dog. Come on now. Sometimes you gotta run your own program. So, but that dude from across the way that dropped that knife, there's no way he fucking did the burpees. Because we hadn't even finished reading the kite yet. He's all, sound off, 123, thank you. What in the fuck? Another thing I want to mention, back to tutorial dorm. When I was in there, program with the Northerners, I'd mentioned in one of my videos, or some of my videos, my father passed away from asbestos cancer in 2002. I randomly get asbestos checks. There won't even be really a court case or litigation, no trial, just boom, a check. They deal with trust and stuff. So I'm in tutorial dorm, I get a $700 check. It's worthless to me, we're locked down, we can't go to the store, I'm going to try to sell it. But I know that's kind of, what are they going to do with the check? I can't even cash my own check without an ID. I'll tell you a story about that here in a second. It's hard to get rid of checks, not the old school days where you just sign it and endorse it and put in your deposit in your account. It's not like that anymore. Get these Northerners, a $700 check, they give me 4 grams of heroin, which is actually half grams, added up to 2 grams of heroin. And then, yeah, they end up getting rid of the check. I end up expecting them, like next couple of weeks, I thought they're going to be like, hey, fool, we couldn't get rid of that check. They never said nothing, they ended up getting cash, like, damn, I don't know how they did it. Now this time, I ended up in the hole, and while I was in the hole, right before I got out, my lawyers told me I was going to get a $10,000 check. And I was like, word to Big Bird. I was going to parole, I had about a month left, and I had nowhere to go. I knew I was going to be homeless, I didn't know if I had any clothes left out there. I was like, fuck yeah, 10 grand. What am I going to do, where am I going to have it sent though? So, it's going to take me 60 days to get the check. I got about a month left in the pen. My homeboy Adam Ant's keeping in touch with me. He's living in San Luis Obispo with his dad. So I tell my lawyers, hey, to send that check to San Luis Obispo to my homeboy Adam's aunt's address. I ended up getting out on the streets for a couple of weeks. Boom, Adam Ant hits me up. He's like, hey, dog, your check's here. He's like, dude, I ended up opening it. He goes, I didn't believe you, and you said you had $10,000 check on the way. Sure enough, this motherfucker's for 10 grand. I'm like, I hope you're not mad. And I'm not mad. I go, bring it down. Plan was he's going to bring it all the way to Bakersfield from San Luis Obispo. We're going to cash it. I was going to kick him down $700 because he had a bill he was tripping on for $700. Don't need a trip. I got that, dog. So he came down. We're driving all over. Can't even cash it for nothing. Homeboy's getting mad. He's wanting to get mad at me, but he can't. Like, dude, how the fuck can you get mad at me? I want to cash it too. We're going everywhere. Even the places that say cash with no ID. I'm like, here I am. I'm going to cash this motherfucker, no ID. It's fresh off the printer. Still smells like ink. They were not fucking with me. Homeboy was all pissed off. My homeboy no money. Well, fuck, he was mad at me too. He was like, dude, how can you possibly be fucking mad at me? And later on, I ended up cashing the check, and he still had an attitude for me not even cashing it the first time. It like created waves with us. He ended up not getting nothing out of it. Like, fuck, you want to treat me like I'm some type of way or some shit's out of my control? I want to cash it too, motherfucker. Shit. So it ain't a bad. Kind of got between us a little bit, whatever. So I ended up cashing that check. Gave me, like I said, the 4 grams. That was really 2 grams. What else was I gonna say? Damn, I gotta pause it again. I'm gonna go into this. Fuck, shit, drunk when I had it on pause. I had a horrible incident at McDonald's. I have no patience at all. And I'm bragging, I'm not proud of it, I'm working on it. In fact, there's some traffic damn it. Count to 10, take a deep breath. There's some traffic lights in Bakersfield. This one right here, Pacheco, dead ends in Stein. You gotta turn right or left. That traffic light takes fucking forever. I avoid it, I won't use it. So I'll be sitting there just fucking going into panic attack and shit. I cannot sit there for a long time. I got no fucking patience. I got all the lights all over town mapped out. The ones that fucking take too long, I don't go there. I'm at McDonald's the other day. It's type that has 2 speakers and it merges into 1 lane. Now I hate when I'm ordering my food and this person over here, they see me order first and yet they're going to try to merge and crowd in front of me. Pisses me the fuck off. It's like, you saw me order first and you're going to try to crowd? So I'm ordering the other day. I see them order first, actually. I saw the people order first. But then when we merged, I got in front of them. I was like, man, I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world. Check me out. Like, I can't stand when motherfuckers do that shit to me. Here, I did that to them. They order first, and yeah, I cut them off. But it's kind of, I didn't mean to. It kind of happened like that. I get up there to pay, and I decide I'm going to pay for them. What do they call it? Push it forward, whatever. I'm going to pay for the people behind me. Look like a couple elderly ladies. Look nice. I'm going to help them out. I feel like I crowded them. I'm a hypocrite. Fuck it. I'm going to make it right. Move it forward. Pay it forward. Whatever the fuck. So I tell the people, I'm like, hey, I pay for mine. I'm like, hey, I want to pay it back there for them. Hey, okay. Now, I didn't know this. But I guess if you're going to pay it for someone behind you and use your credit card for 2 orders, whatever, they have to have a manager's approval. See, I had to get a manager. It took like 15 minutes. I was in my car. Panic attack. Going through withdrawals. I'm just like tripping out. Heart pounding, shaking. I'm like, get the manager. I got to get the fuck out of here. Dude, I couldn't handle it. I was there for 15 fucking minutes. I'm like, what is going on? Waiting on the manager for the approval. I just want to be like, fuck those people. They're burnt then. Give me my shit. I got to go. Took a long ass time. Finally, the manager comes over to me and says, oh, you're so nice. You're so sweet. This might cause a chain reaction. Last week, she's going on and on about how someone does it. Other people who do it. She's trying to tell me the story. I'm like, come on, let's move it along. Let's move it. Blah, blah, blah. Come on. Get in my car. Peel out. Get up to the second window. Hand me my shit. What I did, I had ordered a quarter pounder with cheese meal with the fries. Instead of a soda, I got a caramel frappe. They hand me the bag with the burger and the fries in it. My caramel frappe. I look, no fries. What the fuck? I gotta have the fries. So I said, hey, where's my fries? They go, did you order a meal? I go, you know what? I guess not. Of course I ordered a fucking meal. I burned out of there. Went home. Fucking panic attacking and shit. All for trying to pay it forward. Fuck all that. So, man, I'm only at 12 minutes. I could keep on going and risk it stopping. But I had more stories, too, and I thought they were written down. So I gotta have them written down in my notes, man. Because I just fucking ad-lib. It doesn't work. I like to have my shit planned out. Fuck it. I'm gonna cut this around this, let it fly. Peace.